poetry, reading, and tea. As you can see, for people that are familiar with the library here, there's a lot of changes. The courtyard newly landscaped, and this coming Saturday, the opening of the long-awaited New Children's Wing at 11:30, Saturday, June 21st. Everyone's invited. And I'd just like to thank our poets for taking time out of their schedule to participate in this reading. This is the first reading that we've had out here in the courtyard in quite some time. So I'm extremely happy that we're able to do this. The first poet today is going to be Vivian Eyre. And Vivian's poems have appeared in many literary journals, including the Asheville Poetry Review, Bellingham Review, and Permafrost. A poetry chapbook, To the Sound, published by Finishing Line Press, and Vivian was nominated for the Poetry Anthology, Best New Poets 2013. A finalist for the Dorothy Daniels Award, and semi-finalist for Calix Lois Cranston Memorial Poetry Prize. For community work, Vivian launched the Southhold Poetry Gallery and Poetry Book Group. A leadership coach, Vivian is taught at Cornell University, Harvard Work Center, and MIT, and is a current resident of Southhold, New York. And I'd like to introduce Vivian.
Okay, sound check. If you cannot hear me, just go like this and I'll...
Is there a list of
Okay.
readers?
Stephen has some of the paperwork over here. He has a list of
Handouts?
there's some information on that back table over
I'm
there.
going to start with some poems from my chapbook, To the Sound. These are the steps to the Horton Lighthouse in Southhold, 120 steps. The poems are family portraits about my family's experiences at the sea, where we always bonded, and in particular with my dad, where I was his fishing buddy. And so this is how some of those fishing trips went. Window fishing, August rain, red snapper hooked through the eye, window fishing from a fin-tail viewer. With baloney, he'd bait one shank hook once. Father's fishing rules for girls. In the back seat, my bamboo pole bound with electrical tape and assorted weights, slammers, zappers, sprites, or was it stripes? When his head bobbed into sleep, I snuck away to scout flat stones. At the skimming tournament, he'd throw out the bait. Do you know what Russians call skipping stones? Baking pancakes, for the circles they make. My summer education, how I cover a rag over a snapper's head, blindly work out the hook. My family, I'm from Italian heritage, and one of the things that we loved was Brooklyn, boxing, and baseball. And we're in baseball season now, and so I'm going to read to you spaghetti. My father never learned to twirl spaghetti without a spoon. On boyhood Sundays before the Zeppele San Giuseppe, before baseball, he twisted his fork left then right like his favorite switch hitter. My father hit a homer up Girolamo in Mantle's number 7 baseball shirt. That night at Napoli's, he saw the ball behind a mound of spaghetti. My wide-eyed father, with a paper napkin and waiter's pencil, waiting for an autograph as Mantle put down his spoon. Not before another season would that boy measure himself in the smooth, in the prom. Paper napkins. The night of the Clay Liston fight, I tuned in the Emerson. My father's fin wait and weigh in, phantom punches. What to know about this poem is just that in Spain, when someone dies, the ritual, the religious custom is to bring the body outside so that the spirit can be lifted up, into the light and ascend to heaven. So the name of this poem is Carry the Body into Light. On a solarium window, a sticker captivates a patient. Paper beads pool. The same window overlooks a low tangle of Rosa rugosa, where mockingbird guards red bitter. Doused by sprinklers, cat curls into a firm, small ball. Door opens. A child plays with a ball of electrical wire. In her mother's confusion, she places a raw meatball into her mouth instead of a sip of Stoli. I brush crumbs off grandmother's blouse. She tells me how bumblebees come from spiders and tigers. She says I laugh like her granddaughter. No one cares, here nothing cries. A woman says, no one cares in which room she invites Cervantes to write. Black locusts entice lightning to extinguish itself. I rake dry leaves in the dark, plant verbena by porch light. I wonder if verbena bewitches butterflies, if my spade were flat, if loneliness rolls off. In Spain, Don Diego dies. No one is there to open the curtain. No one carries his body into the light. Vivian, and they have commissioned me to write some poems about it. This poem is a villanelle, and it's in response to Berenice Abbott's automat photograph. So you know what an automat looks like. You just imagine a man there running back and forth between the pie windows. So the name of the poem is Pies, Pies, Pies. By midday, he desires the windows of pies. So much huckleberry and custard implores any man to open to the oblivion of those windowed eyes. Open up each day, embrace the highs and Crisco crusts, dab your finger in cream so grand. By midday, he desires the windows of pies. How sad to marry a woman who never bakes, just cries over joy of cooking, rolling pins, whoopie pie pans. Her eyes, though blue, are not windowed eyes. She glares at Coco Pell spotted with lies. Soon he's driven to spoon chocolate frosting from the can. He swears she sews in his waistband to a smaller size. A new automat opens in Times Square, and under the guise of a diamond surprise, he buses subways and runs as fast as he can. By midday, he desires the windows of pies. While his wife eats tofu at sunrise, I will never enter sin's revolving door, he exclaims. By midday, he desires the windows of pies, open to the oblivion of those windowed eyes. There's an epigraph that says, give me a place to stand and I will leave the earth, by Archimedes. So the name of the poem is Where I Stand, and it's revised. Where I stand. On the south side of the patio balcony, Tampa Bay. Wide mouth
size too large for my finger. It had been a gift to me from Mother, a constellation of white, green, and red, casting its spells to pass forever. Melancholia and nervous languor, treatments at Hillcrest Sanatorium lab. It was a size too large for my finger. It gave a wink like a toad, sinister and Aldebaran, serious, a crab, casting its spell in the past forever. A fine jewel to glitter on my finger. I lost it in a New York City cab. It was a size too large for my finger, casting its spell of the past forever. In a villanelle, certain lines are repeated, and they make the rhyme scheme. The next poem is called Thanksgiving Dinner, and it won $1,000 in the National American Poetry Competition for the best sonnet. Home for the holiday from New Orleans, Mother and Father at the tiny drop-leaf brown rosewood mahogany table with the gold grinning claw feet. Father, collar red in the face, short-sleeved white shirt and cane, says the blessing. As Mother brings in the turkey and cranberry, then Mother asks, won't you have more? And Father, do you think all Flanders was a whore? I have suffered and bleached my hair blonde. I am silent before their replies. Mother sighs. I can scarce speak to her. And Father too quotes Shakespeare. I am thin as paper and the rose-colored bowl of blown glass sitting on the sailor's tent after his water. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless daughter. In my father's bookcase, in the hallway, with all the crumbling college textbooks, is a white and gold tattered paperback with the figure of a naked bronze man. On its cover, Perseus, with its paperback sword which could not be bent or broken, his winged sandals and his shield, polished, too, of paper bronze. Lynn-side, he stands in the center in green sandals, holding Medusa's head. He has no jug of wine to sing his antique rub, only a gold loincloth, flaking wine-red curls that bleed like the mouths of tomato. And here is a poem called Faulkner's Bedroom. I remember as a young girl a trip to Faulkner's rotting plantation house, Rowan Oak, in Oxford with my father. I'll never forget standing in the center of Faulkner's bedroom with my father and seeing parts of his novel, A Fable, scratched over the walls in red. Later, writing on a blue typewriter in a prefabricated cedar bedroom with white lace curtains that washed the windows, Temple Drake was my pen name, and Papa was my lover, the damp cold of my childhood. The day always dawned bleak and chilled with the lost cause and the smell of damp coffee, sausage, and eggs on the kitchen stove. I didn't know what impotent meant.
To read in chronological, in the order of the book, and I think that in a chapbook it's not just a random collection of poems, but they sort of follow a narrative throughout the book. And I picked, I'm glad I'm reading third, because I checked the weather report and it said the boat's cloud cover would be, I read third. So it's not, it's hot, like blame the forecast. All right, the first poem, we're going to start with the first poem in the book, and it's called Nike Missile Base. Now, does everyone here know what a Nike missile base is? Lots of people do. Great. So for people who don't know, during the height of the Cold War, the U.S. built a bunch of anti-aircraft missile bases around New York City in a circle, in case the Russians attacked by air, we were able to shoot them down. Over the years, as the Cold War ended, these became decrepit relics that people of my generation would go to, and we'd hop over the fence late at night and do things that we weren't allowed to do. So this is a poem, it's kind of a nostalgic poem about youth. Nike Missile Base. After Sputnik, after Khrushchev, after Sing Sing and Bikini, after men came to a hill in Livingston to hold vigil over the skyline and test the atmosphere for war. It was one point on the semicircle, a last line of defense in case the Russians attacked by air, a locus to physicists who knew about trajectory and energy, the circumference of the Earth, and at what velocity it revolved. From Riker Hill, they could see the distant flecks of energy, New York a corona, always rising with the uneasiness of a new day. This is where we came years later to feel invincible and irradiate our frailties with Everclear. This was after Gorbachev now, after Glasnost and Chernobyl, the abandoned barracks now covered with graffiti to pay tribute to some loner who halted his trajectory with heroin. They'd spray painted over death to Soviets, so it said death, so be it. My friends and I passed the grain alcohol, playing Never Have I Ever and Would You Rather, taking dares, telling truths that were lies. Dee Dee rode the rocket launcher like a mechanical bull, swaying on the rusty hinges and 190 proof before sneaking into the radar room with the guys she knew. The rest of us got loaded on the concrete pad. From here, we felt the surface of things. What had we lost yet, but what we hadn't earned? Confidence, hard choices, real fear, the knowledge of our vulnerabilities, I guess. Or am I trying too hard to make it more than it was? It was stupid. It was the end of a millennium. We knew that we should celebrate. We were ballistic with our hearts. Perhaps we knew we'd never be together again, and that's all it was. It wasn't until years later that I knew the velocity of an object falling in space, that I knew about intercepting and about being intercepted, the unpredictable inertia of loss, that the heart hits the ground at precisely 90 miles an hour. This was before Putin, before Chechnya. This was before I thought I accepted that atoms and nations and couples split, and found out that I didn't, and that I still don't. The next poem is called Drifting, and I got the idea for this poem. There was this idea for seeing things in common, seeing spiritual things in common things. There was a time period a few years ago when there was all these stories in the news about a diner in Tennessee that baked a cinnamon bun and took a picture of it. It looked exactly like Mother Teresa. And for a time there was sort of this online casino that was buying all of these to create a exhibit in Las Vegas. So this is called Drifting. And doesn't raw chicken breast always look like South America or Africa, depending which side you slice from? When I was little, I thought I saw my dead father smoking a pipe in the wood grain paneling of our living room, his black eyes unremorseful, forgiving. Should I have thought it a sign, an old man trying to connect with me? Is it much different than sensing despair in the avocados as Feliz Navidad? All day long, there was constant traffic going by my window. You could almost reach out and feel like you touch the traffic. And they go shh, 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 all day long. And my wife came down there and said, "This is horrible. How are we ever going to get to sleep?" And I said, "Just close your eyes and imagine it's the ocean." And it sounds exactly the same. You know, the waves crashing on the shore. So, and every once in a while we got to have a car crash, which provided some entertainment, as long as it was just fender bender. So this is called Between. Living on the highway, I learned to love the sound of two cars crashing together. The initial thump, the jingle of metal on asphalt, a hubcap whirling like a cymbal and settling, and then silence. Late spring. The sky deepens its shade of blue every night. The fallen apple blossoms crushed on the pavement fill with rainwater and open like hands. I wonder about the space between pedal and pavement, like the lives of the drivers memories neglected. I don't know why they rise to the surface so many years past. I am stuck in traffic on a Tuesday, and suddenly she is on that dock in Ortley Bay, and I tell her that her eyes are so blue when she cries, and she says she never wants to see me again. Maybe memories are like reflections that appear and disappear on a lake's surface, pieces of a broken shell that still fit their grooves, and they will become whole again as sand becomes sandstone. Layers of gray and pink rock after ages apart, now forming the face of a cliff, together eroded, so untouched, so different from the ground where things happen now.
I'm going to read from this book titled Inside the Hampton, the East End in Poetry and Photos. Louder?
Yes.
Margaret Kane took the photos. The poems have a single-minded focus. They're meant to evoke a sense of place for the East End. How it looks, the personality of the character, and any cultural or other dynamics that make sense. They're divided into 4 groups. There are water, food, places, and things. The places are the towns, etc. Things are a compendium of things I couldn't figure out how to group, but pool, cornfield, LA, 27, Privet, etc. They're short, so I'm going to run through some towns first, and then I'll stop for one moment, then move on to another category. Sag Harbor. Doll houses pushing into each other. Harbor, harbor, clinging, clanging. Not zoned for glitz. Barber pole, 5 and dime. Picture house. Is FDR president? A real bookstore. Mind over matter. East Hampton town. 90 miles from Mecca. Bucolic smooths with slick, so Tiffany and others. Behind Gotham trappings, realness lurks, calm countryside, and a jumble of ordinary needs. The weekend carnival slides into a softly languorous our town. Southampton. Stately, manicured, cars, clothes, certified era. Old watering holes rethink Manhattan. Codes, dress, clubs, set. Grass courts to infinity. Women vibrant and closing. Spontaneous colors belie ordered world. Montauk. Craggy shoreline marks centuries of sea compressed within sprawling village. Air streams bump ageless boulders as hip wrestles every day and awkward amalgam. Midnight boat revelers hide fishing. Fishermen stand tall. Now, I read this for some friends in Bridgehampton, and they got pissed because there was nothing about Bridgehampton. So this is not in the book, but I did write something for Bridgehampton. Bridgehampton. Potato fields grow money. Houses measure each other. In town, a local hangout and a sweet throwback. Eclectic trails of people, beach paraphernalia dangling to and fro. Summer Fridays, we give intellect a chance. We're going to go on to things. I do believe, though, that the towns out here are an interesting avenue into the differences and some of the dynamics that go on. So, and there are a couple more if I get time. The Lobster, our summer celebrity, wrangled by Marlboro Man of the Sea, primordial weapons silenced by a rubber band. Tenement tank housed, royal beast demeaned, indolently waiting. Precarious scale, it could cost. Cooking awkward, a twinge. Bright orange orgy. The sea. Loom Human presence pushes horizon away. Undulating rhythms keep time. Sand, infinity of poundings. Gray, foreboding allness. LIE 27. The LIE and its mimicky little brother 27 strike fear into all who tread. Thinking, double thinking, triple thinking, two outwit. Lives planned around arteries. Most skilled traffic surgeon can make a wrong cut. The whole lane is moving. I never should have broken up with my girlfriend. By the way, this guy was diagnosed as HIV positive. Seagulls. Gliding, paper thin, aborting, deadly serious, impeccable vision, seeking. Grounded, strutting stiffly about, familiar, but not too. Garbage picked up every day. Privet. From privé, private. No gated communities here. Privet. Tall and majestic, neither line or voice enter. Shaped and coiffed by at least Vidal, they grow older and better. The old money is safe.
My name is Jody Mitchell. I've had Crohn's disease for over 30 years. I've had a struggle with my health my entire life. And to stand before you, I just had surgery 7 weeks ago, a 10-hour surgery. Unfortunately, my second bout of cancer hit me much quicker than my first one. So I'm happy to be here. I thought I was going to have to cancel on you. So I'm very happy that I'm here. I wrote all of my poems while going through my first bout of cancer. And it's the defining moment of who comes to you, all those friends that you've had for years, where were they? All the things you took for granted. So I wrote a book, it's 7 chapters, and I'm going to read from chapter 1, Thought Provoking. Angels and Oaks. So how did I come up with this title? There are some times when you definitely have an angel on one shoulder and you definitely have an angel on the other shoulder. How do you pick to rule the day? Angels and Oaks. Do you walk with an angel on your right shoulder or an ogre on your left? Do you say good morning or do you scowl beneath your chest? As an angel, you are pure of heart with good intentions. Judge wisely and with discretion. An aura of radiant light, ever shining through. As an ogre, you are cruel and wicked. Evil is transmitted through pores and cracks as you commit unrighteousness. Are you a little of both? In an instant, you are as angelic as a rose. With the turn of time, hate yourself and loathe. Of this you must admit, nothing but endear. Angel or ogre, how do you walk this life and who's on your shoulder? All right, my next poem, Do You Remember When? Do you remember when? Do you remember when the last time you put your child on your hip? Did you ever think that was the last time that you carried that baby on your hip? That's what prompted me to never take life's moment for granted. I sometimes think about, and I will not cry, I sometimes think about life's moments that pass by in a blink. Do you remember when you last held your child's hand? Or when you took that last walk with your beloved in the snow? Taking for granted these snippets of time, moments relived in your mind. Do you remember when your life begun? What is your earliest memory? When did you last say, I love you? Do you remember when you drew your final breath and left this world in a glorious death? I am going to read from chapter 2, Olive Branch. If I can find it. I will continually extend the olive branch for peace. The alternative is waging war with no release. I will extend the branch with a smile on my face. This is a decision I made long ago and continue to embrace. When the branch is extended, is there a receiving hand? Is the branch accepted or word refuted and burned? Turn the other cheek is what they say to do. When you turn the other cheek, you get a different world view. Continue to extend and turn the other cheek. You will stand out and be
Spasm in the logoplasm, gel to strand of speech, a glassy ribbon fish, marginally more organic than a ribbon. And now, noun verb is tougher than the white oak's heart. Noun verb is stronger than the whale it kills. Noun verb connects things safer left apart. Noun verb subjects the world to our wills. We are the lucky owners of this charm, this magic that lifts us above the rabble that roar and hiss and cackle in their alarm and parrot in the meshes of our babble. So my poems are about everybody else's lost love, language, okay, Jeffrey and I. Jeffrey is 15. He lives with me now. He hasn't much say in the matter. Jeffrey is my ex-girlfriend's dead boyfriend's cat. He and I have a lot in common. His primary human companion is dead. So is mine. Soon after our respective deaths, Jeffrey and I both became attached to the same woman. Now, she has left us, together, giving us different but equally cogent explanations. 15 is old for a cat, but he still makes it over the gate, and he kills voles. There's a little short one, called Lizzie. Lizzie was like mulberries, green, ripe, and rotten in every handful. Clearing. When I was a boy, I lived in deep country. But even so, I was taught nothing of the theology of Arcadia or Sicilian shepherds. My parents were then as ignorant as I. And if Miss Wagner in social studies were better informed, she kept it to herself or shared it privately with Mr. Bovetto, whose access to her inaccurately imagined intimacies was an article of our schoolboy creed. In those days, boys knew not whose woods those were, or fields, or cared, nor did the owners care. Boys did no harm to trees, stone walls, or hay, or not enough to matter anyway. Free men of the woods were we, of raftable swamps and sunfish trickles, blueberry patches, and bullfrog ponds. Still, there was a clearing, an open space in the birch and maple woods that I would never cross, not in broad sun, not in moonlight, not step into, not ever. I knew panic would ride me and run me torn and blind were I to trespass on that sacred ground. Later, in Theocritus, a shepherd warns his song companion away from sheltering at midday in the black shade of the solitary pasture of Pan's place, the God's place. I guess we're moving skin or hair or any texture of the underwear. Admit, I crave thy hearing sometimes when a forward phrase hops off my page or pen. I know thy heart is deaf and dumb to me, and knowing that, how then should I love thee? Admit, I have a weakness for thy wit, but many bearded men have more of it, and them I do not love, so it follows true, not loving them, then must I not love you.